Hey, have you ever struggled in setting goals and actually like staying motivated, getting them done all the way to completion, or just being excited about what you're doing, or even failing to just make progress on those goals? Hey, I'm Skylar Williamson. I want to show you my way of doing that. Now, I've been a professional baseball player. I've served in 2 wars. I was a Ranger Airborne, all the things in the Army. I now own several rental properties and 4 businesses that I think are all doing great things in the marketplace today. We know a thing or two about achieving success, and a lot of it does come back to how we structure our goals and why we passionately pursue them. Now, I'll just tell you a quick story about when I was in my pursuit of professional baseball. As a young child, I was hungry for a bigger life. I grew up pretty humble, and I knew that I was either going to have to achieve success in business or achieve success in sports to have a bigger life than I had at that time. And I didn't have any business people around me to give me an example of how to do that. But I could watch TV and see these professional athletes on TV making lots of money, and it looked like having a great lifestyle. And so I asked myself, all right, well, if I want to be a professional baseball player to improve my life, what are the things that I have to do in order to become a professional baseball player? And through just asking people and visiting with professional scouts, they told me there's 5 things that matter. You got to have knowledge of the game. You got to have speed, like you can run fast. You got to have arm strength. You got to hit for power, and you got to hit for average. And those were the 5 things. If I just got good enough in those 5 things, then any professional scout would recommend me as a draft opportunity for those professional organizations. And luckily enough, I worked on those every single day until the outcome was I got drafted to play professional sports. Now, it's easy to just talk through that, but I want you to know that even as a child, when I thought through that, I'm still operating according to that today. And let me just give you just a visual of what that looked like. Now, we all in business, especially leaders, have the responsibility of casting a vision. Okay. And a vision is when you look out into the future and it's done really well, this is what it looks like. Now, to know the direction of your vision, you have to know what your life's purpose is. Okay. Now, we're pursuing our life's purpose every day in our personal lives, but what most people fail to do, and this is the secret sauce, is professionally we got to pursue a life purpose as well. And here's where most people fail. You can either be achievement focused, or you can be others focused. And we can call that service. Now, today, I'm not playing baseball anymore. I actually walked away from the game before they asked me to stop coming back. And the reason why I stopped walking or coming to the game was because I understood that it was achievement focused, that I was doing that game for money or for trophy or for a lifestyle that really was made up of things of the world. And I learned pretty early like that was going to bring me happiness, but it'd be short-lived. And so what I craved, I mean, what my soul craved was that I'd be service focused. And so I actually walked away from baseball to pursue a career in the military. I craved to serve our country, to serve others that couldn't protect themselves, to go lead in something that was bigger than just a game. All right, so I actually walked away. But the key point about all of this is that I had a purpose in mind and that it was about others. Now, coming back to the vision, okay, once we know the direction that we're going in our life, that the purpose that we need for ourselves, then we can start to cast a vision. Now, the first thing we do is do this 10-year vision. In 10 years, what does my life look like if I did it really well in pursuit of this purpose? Now, you got to think really big. And look, the reason why it's broad like this is because we don't really know what it looks like 10 years from now, especially with technology and the way things are. We think we have an idea of what it looks like, but it's very broad. All right. Now, if you back it up a little closer to today, look maybe 3 years out, it's a little more narrow. Like we can be a little more exact in what maybe that looks like if we've done it well. And then use this 3-year to back up to a 1-year vision statement. for your organization. Looking 12 months out, we can be pretty precise in what we think we can accomplish over a 12-month period. And this is what we want to plan with, right? We want to have an idea of what that 10-year vision looks like. We want to have an idea of what that 3-year vision looks like. But those two are only to get us to the 1 year, which is what we use to plan. Now, with that 1-year vision, I love the idea of a one-page business plan, and I like the format, what I call a GPT. The G stands for goal, the P stands for priority, and the T stands for task. All right? And they all nest underneath one another. There's 3 priorities that nest underneath your overarching goal, which is the outcome of that vision. And then you have 5 tasks under each priority. And so if you wrote this really well, you'd have a goal that would be the outcome of the 1-year vision statement. You would have these priorities that you would focus on a day-to-day basis, such that if you accomplish those priorities, you would accomplish your goal. And then you would have tasks underneath each priority, such that if you just did those tasks day to day, you would be good to go on your priority and you would accomplish your goal. Now, this one-page business plan gives you the opportunity to take action, right? It's always great to have a vision, and vision's inspirational and it gets people excited. It gets you excited, but it's not believable until you have a plan. And once you have the plan, it's believable. Now, here's one bit of secret sauce that I'll just share with you to make sure that you can hold your team accountable. And that's to take this business plan and break it up into 90-day big rocks. All right. And these you'll have for each person. And these are what you meet with on your people on a one-on-one basis to make sure that you hold them accountable to taking ground against this annual plan. Look, I did this as a child with a dream of becoming a professional baseball player. I'm not doing that anymore because now I understand that my purpose, my life purpose is doing for others, serving. But this child way of thinking about things is exactly what you need to do for yourself so that you can not only stay motivated and not burn out, right? You won't burn out if you know your purpose and you take ground against it every day. But it's also going to keep you focused. It's going to keep you action oriented. It's going to keep you on priority, getting the things done that matter. Hey, if you like this video, subscribe to the channel to get more like it, and go down in the show notes and sign up for my newsletter, and we'll send you tips weekly on how to become a steady leader.